Hey fam, today I'm going to be talking about my personal experience with taking mental health medication as a Christian. I know some Christians like me, you have a really good experience taking mental health medication. Maybe you have bipolar disorder like me, maybe you suffer from schizophrenia or other types of, clinical depression or anxiety disorders, whatever it is. You have a good experience, right? But I know for a lot of other Christians, there is a stigma, especially within like certain church communities, I feel. And honestly, just like people in general, I've seen commentary online, like I'll read comments of posts and like not even on my own, just of other people. And I'm like, God uses modern medicine to help people. With my own personal understanding about stigma and being a Christian and like the stigma certain Christians have about mental illness is that they don't understand that it is something that can't be controlled. I mean, for me, I have bipolar disorder. I've been on medication for most of my life, but I also went for, I think, 4 months not being on any, and it was like chaotic. I needed to be on medication, and because I wasn't sleeping, because bipolar disorder sometimes makes you have really bad insomnia, mania, which is one of the two halves of bipolar disorder, one of the two mental states you fall into. For me, that just looks like severe anxiety, deep anxiety attacks, paranoia, not sleeping, and just surviving off that, like surviving off like maybe an hour of sleep every night. It just destroys my brain. It destroyed my body. It was awful, right? And that all started when I wasn't on a certain class of drugs called antipsychotics, which I need to be on for the type of bipolar disorder that I have. I have type 2. It needs to be medicated. This was also one of the darkest moments of my life, which I do talk about in many other videos. I forget what I titled the video, but I will link it down in the description if you are interested. I have a chemical imbalance, so things don't work around the same way in there. I need those chemicals to be balanced. I know for many of us with other mental illnesses, it's the same thing. You need medical treatment to fix a physical medical problem. So medication for me has been a really, really important method of treatment. I will also say that God helps me kind of to medicate myself. I'm on a few different doses for my antipsychotics. So some days if I'm more manic than typical, sometimes that just happens based on my diet or my sleep the night before, or even just my hormones. Sometimes I get really manic during the day and I'll know I have to take a little bit extra of my antipsychotic, and that's just how it happens. And there are certain days where I'm feeling really anxious for no reason and I'm like, okay, am I in mania right now? Like, am I suffering from a bit of mania? So I'll actually pray to God and I'll usually just ask him, like, God, is this anxiety just temporary anxiety? Is it like a fear tactic from the enemy right now? Or is this actually a symptom of my bipolar disorder coming up? Should I take more of my medication? And I'll actually feel his confirmation to either take a higher dosage or to take the normal dosage of my medication. So God actually works with me to make sure I get proper treatment every single day. And I just think that's amazing. So for those of you who think God is like against mental health medication, that people should just be suffering with that physical condition on their own, God actually helps me medicate myself, which means he supports it, because I highly doubt he'd be confirming and helping me with it if he didn't support it. I do believe he led me to the right medication for my bipolar disorder too, that actually helps me better than like any other antipsychotic has ever helped me. And that has just been a gift from God on its own. I just wanted to reassure all of you today that if you are suffering from the stigma of another person or even a group or community of people, your faith is not lacking because you need additional help. Also, therapy is great too. If you need therapy to help you get through what you're going through, that's amazing. God put more than one person on this earth so we could help each other. Literally in the Bible, Eve was created out of Adam to be his helper, not just his wife, but his helper. I do believe God is out there to help us, that he is on our side with things. And if he knows we need medication, that we need medical attention, similar to how someone with a broken bone needs to go and get their bone reset and put in a cast, like that's modern medicine helping that person heal. Sometimes we need that too when we suffer from mental illness, and that is okay. I do hope this video helps you to at least try medication. Like, if you need it, take it, and if you don't. First, console with God, like I said, but at the end of the day, it's there to help us. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a beautiful day, and if you're watching this when I post it and you live in the United States like me, I hope you have a beautiful 4th of July weekend. And yeah, anyway, have a great day.